Welcome to our first lesson in finding the 5-number summary, or our data chapter here. Our learning targets are to find the 5-number summary, range, quartiles, and the IQR of a data set. Later then, we'll create a data set that matches up the summary statistics. That's what these things are, summary statistics. So for definitions, you can write these down. The max is the largest value in the data set. Minimum is the smallest value. The range is the difference between them, from the max to the min or min to the max. The median is going to be the middle value in the data set. We'll have that defined a little better when you have an even amount of items. The Q1 and Q3 are the medians of the middle and median of the bottom half and median of the top half. And then the difference between those two values is something called the IQR, or interquartile range. So watch how we do the work with this, and I think it'll make more sense. What do you notice about these three numbers? You've got three numbers, and they're in order, so that's an important thing. What's the median of this data set? We're looking for the middle value. Right there, it's an 8. Looking for this one, notice that we have an odd number of items, and the trick there is if you have an even number in your data set, the middle value is going to be halfway in between. You can look at this and kind of notice that it's 2 to the left of 6 and 2 to the right of 6, so 6 is the value, or the brute force method is just add the two numbers and divide by 2, and you get 6. In this case, we need to pay attention. Values are not in order, so let's rewrite as 2, 4, 6, and 7. Once again, our data set has an even amount of values, so we need to find the middle of 4 and 6. That answer is 5. We didn't have values in order, so we want to make sure we always put things in order. What we can do is summarize a large set of values by a 5-number summary, noting the minimum and the maximum, and then in the middle the median, and then halfway through the bottom half is going to be the Q1, halfway through the top half is the Q3, or the median of the bottom and top halves of the data. So here we go, 5-number summary. First, check to make sure everything's in order. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 values, so I like to tell myself I need to do a little bit of work here. Pretty easy to find the min and the max when values are in order. Median is halfway in between. You could add those and divide by 2, or you might just notice it's 103. And then likewise, there's Q1 and Q3. Halfway between 82 and 86 is 84, or you could add them and divide by 2. Likewise, 115, and that's pretty straightforward. On the next one, it's a little bit different. I'll help you, and then I'm going to ask you to hit pause and do the work yourself. Notice that this number here is out of order, so we should rewrite everything. I'm going to be a little bit lazy and just write the 90 where it belongs. Make sure everything's in order. I'm going to count them, and then I want you to hit pause and see if you can get the 5-number summary. 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 values. Okay, pause. All right, we see that we have 76 and 125 again. Our median, however, is going to be 4 to the left and 4 to the right of the 100. So the 100 is our median. We don't include the median when we find the Q1 and Q3. So halfway between here, same values, 84 and 115. Try this one on your own. Make sure everything's in order, and then start chopping it into halves and half of halves. All right, we're going to rewrite this stuff. I'm going to be a little bit lazy here. I'm going to put an 85 and a 90. Better rewrite everything. 76, 82, 85, 90, It's 125. Okay, count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Make sure that's what I had here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I blundered already. So 76, 82, 85, 90, then 100, 100, 106, 110, 120. Don't know what happened there. I rewrote this guy. So now we've got 10 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means our min is 76 and our max is 125. But with 10 items, we count 5 in, draw a line. Halfway between 100 and 100 is 100. Now, since this 100 is our median, we don't include it, but we do include the 100 to the left. That gives us 85 for a Q1 and 110 for Q3. Last two problems here, they're a little more challenging. We have to create a data set that works. So watch how this goes and then do the second one after hitting pause. We're going to create the data set using 10 values. 2 of them are very straightforward. Since it's 10 items, I know that my median, 95, shows up right in the middle. And then I know that 85 shows up in the middle of the bottom half, and 110 shows up in the middle of the top half. Okay, so now to figure out the next values, I can pick any numbers that satisfy keeping the values in order up to here. Now 95 can come out of a few different options. I'm going to put 94 and 96 because that's 1 to the left and 1 to the right of 95. Another good answer could be 90 and 100. You have a lot of options for that because they have to be bigger than 86 and less than 110, and there's a lot of values there. Whatever I pick here, in this case, I'm going to pick 94 and 96. So I'm going to put a 97, but you can pick anything up to 109. Likewise, bigger than 110, I'll just put 111. So a lot of correct answers there. Try this one, see how it goes. Hit pause. All right, welcome back. We got a 76 and a 125. We've got 9 values, so that's kind of convenient. That means this middle number all by itself is going to be 95. And now we need basically values that fall. 85 is going to be this value right here. Oops. This value right here, because again, we never use the median. So if this is 85, I need 2 numbers that have an average of 85. I'm going to be a little bit lazier and do 84 and 86. I could have done 80 and 90, a bunch of other options. I could have done 87 up to 94 in this case for this guy. Come over here, my Q3 is 110. I need to average to 110. I'm going to be, again, a little bit lazy, I think, and go with 109, 111. I also could have done 105, 115. Now that gives me some options for this value here. I'm just going to go one bigger, call it 96. That covers the material. Go ahead and work on your CYU problems. Oh, but here is a summary of those steps that we took. Take a look at that, see how that works. Good luck with the CYUs.